What's going on, guys, and welcome to the channel. So this video is going to be a test, and if you guys know some information, leave it in the comments. But basically, I went ahead and bought a 3M AccuSpray airflow control valve right here, and I'm going to test it out today because I'm stepping into new waters here, and it's the first time putting an airflow control valve instead of a air pressure regulator. So I put this air pressure regulator. Let me go ahead and flip the camera. Alright, so I bought a new hose also. This is the Flexzilla. This is a 25-foot air hose, and it's a flexible hybrid polymer. So this is a 25-foot hose. Before that, I was using this one temporarily because that was my 25-foot hose. It's rubber, but it bursted, so I just used it for hose. But I had this one laying around. The only thing, it's a 50-foot hose. So even with that regulator set at about, let's just say 30 or 35, with such a long hose, it creates pressure, built-in pressure, like built-up pressure inside the air hose. So as soon as you spray the spray gun, you got that burst of air pressure, and then it, regulates to the airflow that you want. This one over here goes mounted right beneath the air gun, so there's no built-up pressure. Right here it shows 50, but as soon as you squeeze it, it regulates to whatever air pressure you have set up in the knob. So right now, over here, I have about 50, which is what it marks right here, 50. That's where I set it at. But the only thing is that, okay, right now I have it adjusted. So if I hit the spray gun, right now it's about 13, about between 12 and 14 psi. So it's about 13. And the air pressure is normally what I'm used to hearing at 30 psi. So over here, let's just prop this right here just to hold it, because I'm using my hands instead of a tripod. But let's just squeeze the trigger. Look, max air pressure is 50, because that's what I have the regulator over here. So max PSI is 50. Squeeze the trigger, regulate. That's as much air pressure as it comes out. From 50, I'm only getting about, 18 PSI of airflow. But listen to that thing. So that's, 18 I said? That's 18 PSI. Now on the spray gun, this is the Italco H3000B. It's a high volume, low pressure. So right here it says optimal pressure 29 PSI. So I'm thinking, because I know there's other guns, or maybe it's just the way the airflow control valve was set up or something, but I've seen some guns run about 12 up to 15 psi. So that's what I'm gonna try. Regulate this at, because that was all the way open. That's about 12 to 14 psi. If you stare at it too long, it might be like about, okay, it might be about 12. So that's about 12 psi. And that sounds about right where I'm usually at. If I wanted this to do about 29, which it says right here, optimal pressure 29, might be for something else. But since it's a 1.3 high volume, low pressure, what's the optimal pressure on that? So it says 29. So that's what I'm going by. But if I try to hit it up all the way to 29 psi right here with the airflow on, I would have to adjust this regulator to 90 psi, to about, actually I have 75 over there. No, 85, I mean. I have 85 over there. And then right here, I'm gonna go ahead and just open it. What's it? Tighten. That's about 85, which is what I have marked over there. Go ahead and show you. It's about 85. So if I give it the full beans at 85 psi and open this regulator or airflow control valve at, from 85, say it's about 28, 29-ish. So I would have to run 85 psi from the regulator, 25-foot hose, so that my 3M AccuFlow or AccuSpray airflow control valve all the way open would give me about 29. And the airflow on that is crazy. That's a lot. I've never sprayed so much pressure. So I'm thinking I'm gonna try it about 12 to 14 psi, see how that works. And in the meantime, guys, leave me some comments. I'm gonna work on some paint. I need to adjust this and find out. That way I can give you guys a good, bad review. Not a good or bad review, but like telling you where exactly this thing works, according to my opinion. But in the meantime, guys, just wanted to show you this. Let me know what you guys think. I know this is a 5-star product right here, and a lot of people recommend it. And I just it doesn't matter what the gauge tells you. Whatever you feel is right with the gun, just keep track of those numbers and just repeat that. Always use the same numbers that you're comfortable with. Maybe it's 12, maybe it's 14, maybe it's 18 psi, maybe less, maybe it's like 10 psi on your gauge. But just to try to keep it consistent. So I'm gonna go ahead and experiment here today. I don't have my phone case with me, so I can protect it from paint, but I am going to keep on just using this, guys. That way I can just find it. Other than that, like, I just have the air hose with the coupler fitting right here, and I'll adjust this. And other than that, it's just Teflon tape here and there. And I might even consider taking off that regulator and just connect it straight to the rapid air, but I don't think that's necessary. I don't think that's the problem. I think it's just myself adjusting to this gauge. Whatever I'm used to hearing out in the gun, just try to replicate those numbers over here and just always use that. So instead of a 29 psi, I guess I'm going to drop down to the gauge, maybe 14 psi, and we'll see how that works out, guys. So in the meantime, I guess that's the video that I wanted to show you. No painting today, but just first insider look, first thoughts of the 3M spray airflow control. But that's it, guys. I don't have anything today in the garage, but I might start with something. And check out my community post. All right, so check out my community post. I made a post. What do you guys think about a paint kit giveaway? Right now it's just the idea. The details will come along, or yeah. So I'll just go ahead and give you guys some details, because that poll was just yes or no. And if it picks up enough traction, like, I would like to give you guys that opportunity, help my channel grow at the same time, and just but basically I never sold decals, like no merchandise, no nothing. I've never pushed you guys to help me reach a certain goal. So this is basically the first time that I'll be announcing something like this, trying to see how it goes. If it works out, great. If it doesn't, well, at least I tried. But basically I want to sell at least 100. I want to sell at least 100 decals, and I already have the shop open. It's gtsperformance.bigcartel.com. But just so you guys can check them out, it's still in maintenance mode. But anyways, I want to sell at least 100 decals, and from those 100 decals I'm gonna give one entry per decal sold. So so it's basically 100 entries or less. If you buy 2, you have 2 entries. But I'm going to use those entries and put them towards a giveaway of a paint kit. So the paint kit, I'll go into more details, but it's going to be 2 options. So first option is going to be a base coat clear coat kit. Second option is going to be a primer sealer and a single stage kit. So those are the only 2 options. About colors, I'll give you guys like the website and all the colors that you can choose from and whatnot, or the value. I think the value I set it up at $400 value. So if you choose a single stage, you still have to buy a primer sealer, and just those two options, just a primer sealer in a single stage or a whole base coat clear, depending on what color you choose. But no cash option, no nothing. Is just that. And of course, I have to put everything else, the fees from the store, the fees from the money that is transferred, also all the postage stamps, vinyls and all that stuff. I made the vinyls, so for those of you guys that make vinyls, as a one of your incomes, uh, I know, I know the hustle, how much, like, all the work that's done just to make some vinyls. Like, I made 100, and I'm like, I don't think I'll ever do it again. But obviously, if I want my channel to grow, or if I want the help from you guys, like, I'll make it again. But this is the first time just going at it with that idea. So leave me some comments with that information being said, and more details. Obviously, I'm trying to do this just first time being, so it's going to be lower 48 US states only. um, and that's about it. Home address, PO box, it doesn't matter. uh, just be responsible, by you know responsible. So that's it, guys. That's it. Thank you so much for watching, and give me some comments. I'll see you guys on my next video. Peace out.